The difference between destiny and destruction lies in discernment. Two young women, Nadia and Gift. They both dreamed of building the biggest hair salon brand in the city. Their idol, Madame Glow, the top stylist in town, famous not only for her empire and flamboyant lifestyle, but for her whispered connection to an underground network. Behind her glitz lay a sinister cartel, an operation that groomed and exploited young girls, using beauty and charm as currency. Madame Glow recruited her protégés with promises of mentorship, but behind closed doors, many were paraded to powerful politicians and business moguls. In exchange for silence and loyalty, she secured political backing, favors, and protection, building her empire on manipulation, seduction, and secrecy. Through effort and persistence, they managed to secure mentorship under Madame Glow. What they didn't know was that behind her empire lay a deeply disturbing secret, a network of manipulation and exploitation, where desperate girls were used as bait for wealthy clients. Madame Glow offered to teach them everything under one condition. They must never sideline her rules and must work tirelessly for their position. "If you ever want to be like me," she said, "you must earn it. Every inch of it." They both nodded eagerly. After all, they had just secured apprenticeship under one of the most powerful and controlling women in the nation. They were now under her wings. But if only they knew what they were getting into. Gift. 2 months into working under Madame Glow, things began to change. Both girls were swept into a whirlwind of luxury and power. Gift embraced everything: Madame Glow's connections, her extravagant lifestyle, the glittering parties, and even the shady parts of her operations. She saw it as the price for greatness. Nadia took a different route. She began to filter. She watched closely and chose what to adopt and what to reject. She filtered the deals she accepted, the people she worked with, and the paths she followed, understanding that not everything glittering was worth touching. Within months, both rose. Clients flooded in. Success sparkled. But then things started unraveling, more and more. Gift rose quickly, faster than anyone expected, even more than Madame Glow did in her prime. Her beauty, charm, and striking natural hair drew attention from powerful political men who once swore loyalty to Madame Glow. One by one, they started shifting their alliances, from Madame Glow to Gift. She became close to one particular governor who was taken by her elegance and fire. But power breeds ego, and soon they clashed. During one of Madame Glow's elite private dinners, Gift confronted the governor over a disagreement. He felt insulted and threatened. When she pushed back and refused to give in, she made an enemy. That same night, unbeknownst to Gift, Madame Glow, feeling betrayed by the power shift, lost her composure. In a fit of rage and jealousy, she summoned her most dangerous right-hand man. Together, they plotted a trap. At dawn, police raided the apartment Gift shared with Nadia. Though their lifestyles were known to be worlds apart, they both lived under the same roof. Gift was arrested. Authorities found stacks of cash, banned substances, and documents pointing to illicit money laundering, everything expertly planted. Nadia was interrogated, but her clean image, records, and distance from the shady dealings made her untouchable. She was released without charges. The scandal made headlines. Gift was disgraced and sentenced, but Nadia used the chaos to rise. She opened her own salon franchise, built on integrity and savvy. With time, she became a beacon for aspiring entrepreneurs, proof that wisdom and principle outshine shortcuts and seduction. The men who served a king across town, another story unfolds. Chuka and Efe, two ambitious young men, set out to serve the legendary businessman, Mr. Zik, a mogul in the building materials industry. Mr. Zik was brilliant, ruthless, and undeniably successful. But his brilliance came with a terrifying edge. His lifestyle was the stuff of whispered legends. He cycled through women with ease, first white women in his earlier days, then gradually shifting to black women as he rose in local power. From tall to short, slim to thick, Mr. Zick's tastes were indulgent and insatiable. Every week brought a new woman into his orbit, and every departure left behind silence, scandal, or fear. But it wasn't just his appetite for women that made him dangerous. Mr. Zick was a control freak who did not tolerate competition. The moment a rival business began gaining traction or a mentee dared to dream too loud, he moved swiftly, eliminating threats with frightening precision. Some were bought out forcefully, others disappeared from the scene entirely, buried under fabricated charges or crushed beneath quiet, deliberate sabotage. He was a mentor to some, a monster to many. Those under his wing walked a tightrope, balancing the privilege of learning from a genius against the constant risk of being devoured by his ambition. Chuka idolized him. Eve respected him, but with caution. Both spent 3 years under his mentorship. They learned the trade, but the lessons they took were different. Chuka started mimicking Zick. The same designer suits, same expensive wines, same drug habits, same mistreatment of staff. He even changed his walk. Eve absorbed the trade secrets, the logistics knowledge, the negotiation tactics, but maintained humility and discipline. Fast forward 5 years, Chuka and F are both successful, mansions, fleets of cars, international clients, but Chuka's habits catch up to him. In the years following his rapid rise, Chuka lived like a god among men. He hosted nightly parties where alcohol flowed like rivers and clouds of smoke hung in the air like trophies. He jumped from penthouses in Lagos to private villas in Cape Town, never staying still, never slowing down. Women came and went, white, black, Latina, Asian. His appetite was endless. From tall to petite, from model slim to voluptuously thick, no type escaped his fascination. He chased fantasies, flaunted money, and spoke like he was untouchable. He replicated Mr. Zick's ruthlessness, going as far as sabotaging competitors and intimidating smaller businesses. He silenced whistleblowers and shut down any hint of dissent within his staff with a level of cruelty that made his mentor proud. But beneath the glamour, his body was failing. Years of drug use and heavy drinking slowly tore at his organs. His skin aged rapidly, wrinkles forming beneath layers of expensive designer shades. His charm faded, and his voice slurred more than it spoke. Multiple organ failures began to creep in. First his liver, then his kidneys. He underwent transplant after transplant, hoping money could patch up what his excesses had destroyed. But his recovery was a farce. Bedridden and weak, he became a prisoner in his marble mansion. As he lay powerless, his mistresses looted his properties. His lawyer, once trusted, funneled funds into offshore accounts. He had no wife, no children, no family to protect him. Just a long list of strangers cashing out. The final blow came when news broke that his main estate had been seized over unpaid taxes and allegations of fraud. A neighbor whispered it to a maid. The maid told a nurse. The nurse whispered it into Chuka's ear. His heart couldn't take it. And just like that, Chuka, once a lion in the business world, was gone. A legacy drowned in indulgence and imitation. Multiple organ failures, botched transplants. He's bedridden. His mistresses steal from him. His lawyer siphons his assets. No wife, no children, no legacy. Eve, meanwhile, grows his brand across Africa. He has a family, a team of loyal staff, and mentees who are thriving. Mentorship is powerful, but emulation without discernment is deadly. Admire the vision, learn the craft, but filter the character. Your mentor is not your God. Your destiny is not a clone. Choose wisely.